What's with sound healing?
They actually have their own frequency range, calm our nerve system and open our heart. I feel so light and calmer.
The act of release, that itself brings about healing.
Our body is full of vibration. Some start crying.
The sound heals the mind, but the vibrations heal the body.
It has very strong vibration that can actually
Catherine, let's start with a question that's on most people's minds. What's with sound healing? Is it for real or is it just a placebo?
Okay, sound healing is a therapeutic practice that uses the vibrations and the sound generated by either marble, crucible, gongs, or other instrument to promote deep relaxation for our body and mind. So, whether it's for real, feel it. If you leave the session with lighter, calmer, and more relaxed, state, it is for real.
I have to ask, when you speak of these bowls that you make sound that brings healing to our... We'll go to that, right? Whether it heals the body or the mind or the heart. But what's the difference? Is there a difference in the material in the bowl? Are they just metal or how? What's in these bowls?
Okay, the difference will be the sizes of the bowls. Of course, you can see these two bowls are the bigger size. It creates more deeper tone and with stronger vibrations.
Right.
And the small bowls is actually create more higher tone, which is actually a more higher pitch and frequency. So the sound of the tone will be different based on the size.
I see. What brought you here to this? What brought you to these bowls, really? Was there a personal journey that you went through? Or?
Yes, it is. I have been in corporate world for more than 20 years, and eventually I experienced burnout. That opened my search for deeper healing. That's when I met Singing Bowl. And after the session, just one session, I can feel, a very big difference after the session. I actually cried, throughout the sessions, and I do not know why. But somehow I just believe is kind of release. And after that, after the session, after all the release, I feel so light and calmer and clarity after the session. And that's brought me here that I want to learn more about self-healing, and I want to learn more about how to be a sound practitioner. Even though I don't have the intention to do this as like today as my career, but somehow it's just things just happen by itself that bring me here today, and I wanted to share more with other people that the benefit from the Singing Bowl sound healing.
That sounds like an incredible journey, but let's dive deeper into when you said that during that session you cried, right? Does everyone who come to your sound healing session actually release through crying or?
Okay, it varies because it depends on individual. Some cries like me, some smile, and some, they have very bad headache, and some they feel, they have better sleep, and some they even go back and have diarrhea. And everyone is actually react differently. Your body will react to the vibrations and to the sound, and your body will release in a way that whatever is ready to let go. So everyone is different.
Everyone's different. What's being released? Is it the emotions from our heart? Is it the toxins in our body, or is it stress from the mind? What's being released?
It could be the stress level, and also the emotions that we being suppressed since young or throughout our lifetime, that we have been kept inside our heart for long. That's the stress, the trauma. It could be trauma from childhood, and it could be any bad experiences in life that is being released.
I see. When I first heard about sound healing, I have to be honest with you. I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind, it's just woo stuff, right? Can you explain a little bit more? Like, you talk about quite phenomenal release, childhood trauma, bad experiences in life, and things like that. It's almost bordering into the work of psychotherapy and psychology. Probably not the same modality, but kind of in the same space. Is there science behind these bowls?
Yes, it is. So there's many research that you can actually find in the internet that how the vibrations and the sound that works for our body and mind. Our bodies are actually made up of vibrations. Our organs, our cell, everything in our body is vibrations. So when there is a vibration, there will be a frequency. So we are actually full of vibration and frequency. And the sound from the bowl, or I'm not saying just the bowl, like other instruments, like because we use a lot of instruments, they actually have their own frequency range that can reach to some space of our subconscious where words can't be reached, but they can. So when our body resonates with the sounds, with the vibrations, it will start to release. It will start to release. So why I would say is that sound is for the mind and vibrations is for the body, because our body is full of vibration. So our body naturally will react or respond to the vibrations, and it will tend to harmonize the vibrations with the body. So our body will be more balanced, stay in a more balanced state more easily with the guide of the vibrations and sound.
I perhaps it's a bit useful to add some context here, because before I met you, I didn't really understand what all this was about, and then you took me through a course to become a practitioner. Obviously, I'm not in a place to practice on anybody. I wouldn't dare claim that. But when you speak of vibrations, the bowl, I think was very interesting, was the bowl was actually placed on the body. So the vibrations get transferred from the bowl to the body, isn't it?
Yes.
And even around the ears, it was just raining in the vibration, something that I've never experienced before. And it was out of this world for me. And then what you're saying is the sound, I didn't realize that, but the frequency of the sound heals the mind, but the vibrations heals the body. Let's unpack that a little bit. In terms of frequencies, the sound that goes to the mind, what are the different frequencies? You mentioned the different bowls, different sizes have different frequencies. So is there like a higher frequency versus a lower frequency?
Yes.
What's the effect of that?
For example, gong, it creates a deeper tone, and it has a very strong vibration that can actually calm our nerve system, and it can also wash away all the tensions that we've been holding on to. Where the higher tone, it can actually lift our emotions and energy and open our heart to receive. So each of the instrument, not just the bowl, they carry different character, and our body will respond differently based on the frequency range.
If that's, I don't actually have any knowledge in frequency, but I'm wondering, how is this different from the piano playing? And you've got the bass in the piano, the treble in the piano. Is that still one frequency?
Okay, of course. Piano they tune into 440. Okay. So we often hear in the market that a lot of healing instruments, they've been tuned into 432 hertz. Okay. So how it actually works is that, be it 440 or 432, as long as the tone, the different tones, when they meet each other, when they layer it together, some are good friends. They become, when let's say A tone and B tone, when they met or they played together, it is a harmony tone, which when we hear it, we will feel very comfortable, our body will react harmony, with the tone. But some tone, like A tone and C tone, I just pick up an example A and C so that it's more easier for us to understand.
Sure.
A and C, they might not be a good friend. So it creates dissonance. Okay. Dissonance means you can hear the two sound when they meet each other. Is like they are arguing. They are not gel in very well.
Okay.
But when harmony tone, they will gel in very well.
Okay.
So that's when the healing starts to works on. So even though like sound healing, it's not as easy as what we thought, it's just hit the ball by intuition. We may need to have some musical, background or theory. I wouldn't say background, but you need to understand what notes, and what notes they are friends. They create harmony tone, and when they layer, they are not good friends. So if, let's say, I always and if I don't know the background, I keep playing the note that they are create dissonance each other. The 1 hour session, you are receiving a dissonance tone.
I will not be you.
Yeah. You'll become, because we do experience that some clients, they told us, they attend some other,
Other practitioners. Yes.
They feel very stressful and they feel very discomfort and they don't know why. I might not be 100% correct,
course,
but this is my understanding of, throughout my this 5 years journey. This is my knowledge, what I have gained.
That's most interesting what you said, because I have experienced sound healing or sound sessions with different practitioners, and it was left me with a curiosity, because the effect of the session is different depending on, it's like having char kway teow, eating with different stalls.
Different recipe, yes.
Different recipe.
Yes.
And what you explained there, it's finally just clicked for me, that is the dissonance.
Yes.
It requires a practitioner who understands what they need to do in order to achieve the frequency and the tone that is harmonious and reaches the healing. Yes. But let me go into this. If you reach a certain frequency and it goes on the sound, how is it that the sound brings the client into a subconscious stage, for example, where they begin to release trauma, they begin to release suppressed emotions, as you mentioned in your first session when you were crying. How does the sound actually bring you to that state?
Okay, so when we do a sound healing session, we actually have a story or a steps that we need to follow and we need to know. First, the first maybe 15 minutes, we will play a very soothing grounding, like using a singing bowl, because singing bowl produce a very ground tone and vibrations that make us feel safe and then relax. And after that, we will start to do, strong vibration like gongs with a stronger vibrations and deeper tone, where it can actually penetrate deeper into our subconscious. So it's like when we playing gong, not many clients they like it, they enjoy it. Many feedback that they feel fear and then they feel scared when they hear gong, because it's very deep bass. It's like digging, what you have been, keep inside, right? So it's a pain that we often, just keep inside. It's pain. I don't want to face it. I don't want to feel it again. Okay, I just keep on convince myself to, okay, forget it. But it will not go away. It will be there. And then one day it become, you will not know, it become depressed or could be become illness. So when the gong frequency, because it's so deep and low tone, it can actually travel through our subconscious and start to,
unearth the toxins, the emotional toxins.
The emotions. Yeah, the stagnant, we call it stagnant energy or emotion pain, it will start to dig. So that's where, you might not travel, the brainwave might not be traveled to our theater. Some are very alert. They know that they are awake and not asleep, but they feel the fear and some start crying. That's happened, when we play the very deep bass instrument. And after the deep bass instrument, we will start to play some natural sound, like, water sound, like a rain stick, to bring you, like, wash away all the pain, like, wash it away. And then we will end the session beautifully. So I would say, all the sound healing session, it might not be 100% comfortable for all people. Yeah, some yes, so comfortable, they fell asleep and then they feel fresh. But some, like me, my first time, it's not comfortable. It's cry, fear, but I know it's the release processing.
You know.
I know.
So you went back for a second session, presumably.
Yes. And I went back to learn more because like you, I was curious why? And I start to dig more and I want to learn more, know more. Yes.
I see. You mentioned something very interesting just now. You said brainwave and you mentioned theta, right? In sound healing, at which wave? Can you talk a bit about brainwaves and which wave are we at when we're in the recipient is in the sound healing session?
Okay, when we are at the sound healing session, often our brainwave will be at alpha state, brainwave state, or theta brainwave state. These two states are the most healing brainwave state. It's actually same as when you meditate. When you do your meditation, that's the meditative brainwave state. It's the most relaxed but healing brainwave state.
Alpha and theta.
Theta.
What state are we in now?
We are when we wake up, we will be at beta.
When we wake up, we're in beta. I've had breakfast. I've had lunch.
Yes.
Where are we at now?
Okay,
Still beta?
Still beta.
At
Unless
night?
like you are very relaxed. You know that you are very relaxed. You can also at alpha brainwave state. If you, for example, you have a very very good breakfast and you know that your mind is not flying everywhere, busy thinking about my work, my financial, my meeting, who's I'm going to meet later, or what are my KPIs and all that. Your mind are very focused on your eating, things that you eat, the coffee that you drink, mindful eating. Yes, you'll be at the alpha brainwave state and even theta.
I see. So when you're in the sound healing, it brings you to alpha and theta. And you say that's the state in which what heals? Is it the body, the heart, or the mind?
I would say all.
All of them.
Yeah. It's I would say usually mostly is the nerve system. It regulates the nerve system and it's like training them to bring them to more balanced state.
So it's good for people with a heightened nervous system, where our central nervous system is really heightened and it calms us down.
Yeah, calms us down, yes.
Does the client sleep through the session?
It depends. Some may not, but I would say 90% yes.
Now I have a question, and I think I raised it earlier as well before we started filming, which is when we did the course, there was a fellow candidate like myself, we were learning, and we went through the sessions as recipients and as practitioners. But this gentleman was snoring so loudly. At every session, he was receiving the sound healing, yet he vehemently said, "No, I was not asleep. I could hear all of you. I could hear everything." Can you unpack that a little bit? What? I mean, to me, that was really intriguing. He was clearly snoring. I thought he was in deep sleep. He sounded like he hadn't slept for 6 months or something.
Okay, that actually happened to most of the clients who receive sound healing session. It's just so happened that the gentleman wearing the smartwatch, and I forgot to ask him to remove the smartwatch. And throughout the session, he very fast. We can hear the snore. Everyone can hear. We were 18 of them on the receiving. And all of them can hear his snoring and so loud. So, and when come to the end of the session, everyone wakes up, "Oh, you snore so loud, I can hear you snoring, you had a very good sleep, deep sleep." And the gentleman said, "No, I didn't sleep. I can hear what Catherine do. I can hear all the sound. I know Catherine is walking everywhere and doing, the bowl, the gongs and all that. I didn't sleep." So it's okay, and I asked, "Do you feel comfortable or do you feel relaxed throughout the session?" And then he said, "Yes." I think that's good enough. Then after a while, he came to me. He showed me the smartwatch. He said, "Catherine, I want to show you something." That the smartwatch indicate that he slept for 56 minutes.
Wow.
So we did 1 hour session, and then he slept for 56. And I do have, another client who is even, told me that also slept through the sessions, snore very loud.
Just a quick pause to say thank you for watching this show. Join our growing community by hitting that subscribe button. Your support gives us the opportunity to invite more voices and better guests to help you on your journey.
But at the end of the session, he told me that he literally see me walking and doing the sound session.
Though his eyes were closed.
Yes.
Okay.
He said, I'm so aware, even though, my puppy, just walking around, I can hear your puppy, and I know what you do, and I can see you walking.
But he was snoring.
Snoring.
Okay.
Snoring.
What's the phenomenon?
It's actually the body. Okay, to put it more easy to understand, this is the hardware. The body is the hardware.
Okay.
We are working on the software. More on software. Of course, the hardware, yes, but more on software, where not many of us experienced before how, the software is being healed, or the healing process, how it being feel. So when the hardware is resting, sleeping, but our software, the 5 senses will become very alert, very alert. That's why they can hear all the sounds. Where if you sleep, normal sleep at night, you also,
A dead dog.
Yes. Can you hear anything?
No.
Yes. Unless there is a very sudden big noise, then you wake up.
Sure.
But you will not be so aware when you receive the sound healing. So that's the difference between sleeping and meditation. When you sleep, you cannot hear anything. When you meditate, your body is resting, but you can hear everything.
Is sound healing exactly the same as meditation, or does it bring you into a deeper state of theta?
It's the same as meditation, but with the sound that guide us into the meditative brainwave state. So it's easier for
To sustain it, isn't it?
Yeah, and easier for people who never experienced meditation before. And often, their feedback is they can feel that they are at a very meditative state, even though they are not practiced meditation before.
It's passive meditation.
Yes.
I've done meditation before. It's all this talk nowadays about how great meditation is, and I've done the sound healing, receiving, and I find that with sound, I actually managed to get deeper than meditation. And meditation, occasionally, you get interrupted,
Yes.
right, because of the lack of discipline. But even with guided meditation, but with sound, you are able to just immerse in that state of release, as you mentioned. What is it like for clients who say have any illnesses? Do you work with clients who have illnesses?
Yeah. Yes.
What sort of illnesses would you?
I do have cancer patient,
Right.
and I do have clients who depression client, and anxiety clients. I do have a lot of this kind of clients that looking for me for a sound healing session.
What's perhaps one of the most remarkable transformation that you've seen in a client?
I experienced one cancer patient who couldn't, sleep for years. And she told me that she needs to take sleeping pills. But even though with the sleeping pills, she can only sleep 2 hours per night.
Right.
Just after one session, she told me that she can sleep through the night until 7 o'clock in the morning without, sleep through. And this is a very remarkable result that I hear from her. She said so many years she couldn't sleep. So how long it can,
Last for?
Yes.
I was going to ask, is it the one night, the same day that she receives the healing session or the sound, or is it?
Again, different. It depends on individual. For her experience, the sleeping quality improved for about a week. But of course, just one session without, taking any pills, but it can help to improve her sleeping quality. That's why I mentioned, if you want the effect to be better, sound healing session, the effect can be accumulated with, a few healing sessions. So the result can last
Just
longer.
like depositing your savings in a bank account.
Yeah, just like when we are on diet, if I'm 100% 100 kg person, if I want to become 50 kg, I cannot, just be on diet one day and I can become 50 kg. It actually, that
It's
is
a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle, one thing. And the things that you eat, you have to control. And same goes to the sound healing. It not just happen like, one session. It's not magic. It's not medicine. It's a very natural healing, holistic healing that helps. So it needs time, just like, Chinese acupuncture. It will not heal in one day. And then, of course, any illness is not happen within one day. It accumulates as well for many years and, become a serious illness that we notice. So same goes to the healing side. It will need a lot of, healing session to unlock the knock.
And how long is each of these? Minimally, how long would you think a session is needed in order to do some unlocking?
I would say probably 2 weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
2 weeks or once a month.
2 weeks, meaning once every 2 weeks, or every day for 2 weeks?
Yeah, once every 2 weeks.
Once every 2 weeks.
Yes.
And each session will be about 30 minutes or 60 minutes, 2 hours? What is it like?
60 minutes.
60 minutes.
Yes.
I see. And would the client have to, I just want to dispel some myths here. Would they have to do anything, not eat, go vegetarian? Is there anything of that sort? Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Yeah, just try not to drink a lot of water before the session, because we don't want, throughout the session, I need to go to washroom and So we what we advise is you just need to wear comfortable clothes and try not to eat too full.
Yeah.
And drink a lot of water before you come for the session. That's all.
I see. And after the session, would they be able to continue with the activity as normal?
Of course, yes.
Would they be crying throughout?
It depends. It may not happen immediately. Like me, it happened immediately.
I see.
It may not happen immediately. I do experience some clients, the release happen when they go back at night or the next morning. They cry with the next morning, for nothing when they wake up. Yes. And this client is actually a very experienced meditator for many years. And her energy is so good, so high. And after the session, she felt so good, so happy, so energetic. But next day, text me, Catherine, I wake up and I cry. And I feel so good after I cry. So a lot of things, what we see is the surface. It's like I'm seeing you, seeing others. What we see each other is the surface, the hardware. Yeah, but the software, no one knows really.
When a client is crying, would they know why they are crying?
Some know, some they don't know.
But just by the act of crying or by the act of release, that itself brings about healing?
Yes, it's kind of releasing. Yes, it's the pain that you've been keeping for long, that you thought is already gone, but it's still there.
That's really intriguing. And all of us do carry some form of pain, don't we?
Yes, not just from the childhood, even though from our day-to-day, the stress from work, the stress from our financial issue, family's issues, every day.
Right. And when you say all these things, it's about the sound, and that's for the mind and somewhat the heart. But what about the vibrations on the body? Does it work differently? You spoke of vibration and sound beforehand.
So when the vibration travels through the body, it actually can travel through our muscles and the tissues in our body. So it helps to stimulate and regulate our nerve system. So our nerve system, like what I said before, is like training our nerve system to stay balanced more easily with the vibrations. If I'm telling you are very stressful right now, I tell you, okay, stimulate and regulating your cell, your nerve system. We can't. So we need to have a tools. This is the best tools and the most comfortable tools, to help us with that.
If I come and see you and you practice the sound therapy on me, but is there a way of doing it for myself at home?
Yes. So of course, guided sound session will be more deeper.
Okay.
That daily practice by just simple, mindful listening to the singing bowl, it helps. And the daily practice is very powerful for our daily reset.
Daily reset. Speaking of that, you brought in these bowls, and just for the audience listening in, this bowl is, I see a price tag here, 2,400 ringgit, right? And, do you want to share a little bit about why a metal bowl would cost 2,400 ringgit?
Okay. Of course, first of all, it depends on the size
Okay.
Okay, and it's fully handmade. It's fully handmade. In the market, there is a machine-made bowl and it's handmade bowl. So handmade bowl it has a healing power because it's handmade, and the molecule inside the bowl, because they hammer from a metal plate like this, like a ball, and then they hit it and they start to hammer into this shape.
It's not just one metal, is it?
Yeah, it's not just one metal, but I would say this 80% is bronze. Yeah.
Right.
So when they hammer, the molecules start to merge and gel into well, and then that's where a good bowl will produce a very relaxing and soothing tone that we can hear, like what you can hear like this.
I wonder if our producers can hear the sound. Yes? It's great.
Yeah. So you can hear the resonance of this bowl can last very long. Yes. So like just now you were asking our day-to-day practice, you can just mindful practice, like listening to this bowl, because it lasts very long. And with this, it's good enough for our daily, reset.
I can almost feel it just if I close my eyes and I hear just the vibrations and the resonance of the sound. I can just feel that calmness coming.
Yes, instantly. Yes.
Right.
So that's the power of sound.
And will you be able to ream it as a
Yes.
demonstration? I mean, I never thought bowls could literally sing, so I would love for you to show us today.
With reaming, it actually generates more stronger vibration compared to hitting. Can hit? Can ring? And by just listening, it can instantly calm you down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would it be able to, achieve the sound where it just fills the entire room? Where it reams and then it sort of just floods the room when the bowls are...
Floods the room.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is more on the vibration.
Yes.
It's good to use near to the ear, like when we do our third eye area.
Yep.
It's good
And
for
the
this.
ears, yes.
Okay, and it's good for vibration massage on the body. And if for the room, you can use this technique or the tapping technique that I just demonstrate.
Yes.
So you can hear the overtone,
Yes.
the layered
The layered tones.
tones. Yes.
I remember there was another technique where you ream the edge and then it just fills the entire room. Yeah. I'm amazed by that. Just one ream.
Yes.
The note pulls on for such a long time.
Yes. So with this, it's good to practice the mindful listening because it can last very long with just one tapping or one hit. Yes.
Would you say there's a place in the future for these Tibetan singing bowls and the practice of sound healing in hospitals, in mainstream medical care?
Why not? If hospital announce that they can have meditation room or physio room, why not sound healing room? It is very effective. It helps to release stress, improve sleeping quality, ease the anxiety, and without any risk and it's low cost. Why not? it can actually work hand in hand to enhance the healing process for the patient.
I'm just taken by the sound that's flooding the room still. And I can imagine that for patients in a hospital who are, I mean, as a patient, most of us would have some level of anxiety when we're in a hospital, isn't it? And if there was an avenue, a room where you could go just to have your nervous system calm down, I think that would be such a huge asset.
Yes.
I need to ask you one last question, Catherine, where we ask all our guests. What's one non-negotiable reset that you do for yourself daily?
For me, pause. Yeah. Probably just a few minutes in a day is good enough. Just do nothing to observe your own breath, or just listen, any nature sounds that nears you. Just pause and observe. That's all. We are too busy and too fast-paced. Especially, those office worker or any corporate, life is like, when we wake up, even though not wake up when you're asleep, like when I talked to your colleague just now, when I asleep, I was still thinking about, tomorrow I need to do this and do that, my meeting and all that, even though sleeping, and still can think of works. So it's good to pause. We are too fast. So it's good to slow down.
And would you be pausing with or without the bowl?
Sometimes with, sometimes without. Yeah.
That's so interesting. Well, Catherine, it's been a pleasure, such a treat to have you with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us at Reset with CEO.
Likewise.
If you're finding this episode valuable, please hit subscribe. Your support enables us to bring professional insight and powerful stories that helps your journey to heal and grow resilience. Together, let's create conversations that matter.
This episode reflects personal views and recollections at the time of filming. Its content is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult a qualified healthcare practitioner to address the concerns you have.